So we talked about this idea of cost of confusion, what it's costing us, C.O.S.T. C is change, could be a change in mind. I know some of you brought up, could be a lack of prioritization, lack of clarity around what's urgent, what's the most important thing. As well as O means outcome. Is there a clear outcome? How do we know we're done with something? Do I know what's expected of me? From a management standpoint, we talk about expectations and agreement. Expectations is what we tell someone. Agreement is what they're agreeing to. For instance, a patient agreement. You could tell a patient the cancellation policy. You could hide it in some form that they sign, but that's not them acknowledging and agreeing to it. That's just, legal stuff that's thrown in there. But truly saying what you expect, that what you can expect from them, what they can expect from you, and getting that buy-in, getting that agreement, that's the powerful thing. So doing that with our staff, doing that with our patients. We talked about S. S is a big one. S stands for system, or SOP. And we realize that, as Edward Deming said, he created the Deming rule, DEMING. He said that 94% of the problems in a business, 94% of the problems in a business are due to poor systems, not people. Now, I would have thought he was crazy when I went through 25 people in 1 year. Every single person was bad. Every single one. People I hired were great. People that quit or I fired were bad. And then eventually somebody called me out. My neighbor said, "So Jamie, who'd you fire this week?" And I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Every time I talk to you, someone's coming and someone's going." I went, "Really?" I'm like, every time. I went, "Huh." So then that's when I looked at and I went, wow, we've got 25 people. And what I realized is that, God, they all couldn't have been bad. Someone had to be decent. And I realized we had no systems in place, not anything good, not anything repeatable. So I started focusing not on the people and getting upset at them. I started focusing on the system. And when you have a system, then you can manage the system. Of course, you need to hire good people, but hiring good people is a part of the hiring system. So that's the S in cost. And then we talked a lot about this idea of T, training, having a training system, or not having training, and say, hey, there's a system in place, there's an outcome in place, we're clear on what we want to do, but there's not a fulfillment in the training of it. So we're not training people, as John brought up, like McDonald's does. To get a consistent hamburger, they have to go to McDonald's Hamburger University. They have to be trained on this until they're making the burger exactly how they're supposed to be making it, not kind of, sort of, because that would never fly.